Hey Pavel, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. We spoke on the phone a little bit earlier today, and I told you I was going to shoot you over this video showing you a couple different ways you can boost your online presence, and this is that video. I don't want to take up too much of your time with this, and we do have a little bit to go over, so let's just get straight into it. Before I show you or tell you the different things you can do, I want to show you where you currently lie in Google's ranks. And so if we move over to this tool I like to use, it's called Airs. It shows me websites' analytical data. We can see, I'll explain what all of this means throughout the video, but we can see that we'll start with traffic and keywords for now. We can see you get 0 people a month on your website, and you're ranking with 0 keywords. And keywords are where you're going to get the majority of your traffic from. This is how people are going to find your website. Like for instance, say they looked up painting Miami, or painters in Miami, painting contractor in Miami. You're not ranking for any of those, so Google's not even going to be able to know that this is what you want to be found for, other than the fact that your name is NPM Painting. So if we move over to your number 1 competitor when it comes to the organic search section, so this is an extreme case here. He gets 817 people on his website a month with 258 keywords, and we can go in and I can show you exactly why it matters to be ranking with keywords. So painting contractors Miami, this has a search volume of 700, so this means 700 people are looking this up a month. He's in the 6th position, which means if you look up paint contractors Miami, will be the 6th organic search to pop up. And this was updated 6 days ago, so he could have moved up or down a couple, but he gets 43 people a month on his website regardless on average. And then painting contractors Miami, 700 people, 6th position, 43. Painting contractor Miami, 450 people, 5th position, so 43. House painting Miami, 240. Miami painting, 236. Miami painting contractor, 536. And we could keep going and see where he's getting his traffic from, but I want to tell you how to do this. So if we move back to your website, the way that you're obviously going to be found for keywords is if they're within your website. So when Google indexes your site, they're not seeing, maybe they'll see painter in Miami, but that's not necessarily a keyword, I guess, or I guess that's just your title. And there's not really any content. And when I say content, I mean, words and pictures. So you're going to want to have a lot of high quality and relevant content that's keyword rich, so that when Google indexes your site, they know what you want to be found for. And the Google business site, their free site that they allow, isn't really optimized for the search engine in that way. You can only add, your testimonials, a couple pictures of your services, and then like your dates and times, business hours, different things like that. So you're going to want to go in and you're going to want to build yourself out a website that has relevant content to what you do. And when I say relevant, I don't just mean add a whole bunch of paragraphs that have nothing to do with painting. That way you can put in some keywords so you can be found for those. Because when Google indexes, they'll see that as spam, and spam will only hurt your website. So always stay away from spam no matter what. And then moving back over, we'll talk about backlinks. So a backlink is going to be, for example, say if this was a clickable link, I would click on this and it would take me back to your website. So just a link within a link within a website that takes you back to yours. And then a referring domain is going to be a website that has your link in it. So you have one referring domain and one backlink. So one website that has your link in it with one link in total going back to you. And that's for mania.com. Looks like it's just a directory, and a directory is just going to be a website that allows you to put your business's information and services in it. And if we move over back to your competitor, I think he had 50, around 50, 55 yes, and we can go in and we can see where he's getting his power from, which backlinks they are, and so you would need to go in and you would need to look at this and see, he's in Freshie Sites, he's on blogs, a lot of blogs here, localyahoo.com. If we keep going down a little bit, taking a second to load here. So he's in a lot of blogs, and blogs are good because it makes your website look like it makes you look like you're giving value out to the internet without asking for anything in return, and Google likes to see that, so they'll automatically just give you power back to your website if you're linking, as long as you're linking your website within those blogs, and at some point. Usually it'll be through anchors. An anchor text is just like, say, within a blog you were talking about how people need painters in Miami, or that this is the best paint to use, blah, blah, blah. Within that you would say, and if you need painting services, and the anchor text would be painting services, you would link that specific term back to your website with your URL linked to it, or attached to it, excuse me. And that's one of the ways that you're going to be able to outbeat them there. It's definitely very time consuming. It's something, it's something that you're gonna have to look through and do if you're gonna want to beat them out in the ranks. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is citations. And a citation is just your business's name and address and phone number listed exactly as it is on the map pack here. And the map pack is really important for businesses because this is where a lot of them are getting their calls from. So instead of a website button here, it's going to be a click to call button when you're looking it up on your phone. And a lot of people are looking up Painting Miami on their phone or just Googling on their phone in general. And the way that you're going to get ranked through here, again with citations, is you're going to put those inside of directories, which one more time I referred to it earlier as a website that allows you to put them in it. So things like Yellow Pages and 3 Best Rated and Kevs and Easy Local and Top Best or Top Rated houses, different directories. There's hundreds, probably thousands of them out there that you could go and put yourself in. And the more that you do, you're going to want to, the more that you do, the more that you will rank through here. But again, make sure that it's always relevant to your business. You don't want to get random citations saying that you're like the best plumber around or something, because that's just not going to help you since you're not a plumber. Obviously, always stay painting oriented or, paint services oriented. But that's pretty much the basics. So one more time, I'll run through it. You're going to want to rebuild yourself a website and make sure that it's filled with content. You save your pictures correctly with keywords. You add, keywords into your content without spamming, without overstuffing. You're going to want to go out and get backlinks, probably some guest posts, a little bit of link juice. And a guest post is just a website that allows you to pay to put your URL, your domain on the website in exchange for power. And you're going to want to get your citations out there. Now, I do offer these services, so if this is something you feel like you might be interested in, feel free to reach back out to me. My phone number is 812-827-3138. Thank you very much for your time.